We are live.
All right then.
All righty.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Oh man, what are you sipping on there?
I started off with a little Jameson triple.
Triple. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm just doing Old Forester tonight.
Okay.
I'm starting off with a 1910, and after that, I'm going to go to the 1897 bottled and bond, and then I'm going to end it on the 1920.
Sounds good. Nope, Top Dog, not live.
Not live. Yeah, it is though. There is a slight delay.
It's Memorex.
Yeah. Wheel Horse 101. All right.
There you go. Cheers, Peter White. Good to see you, sir.
Oh man. Yeah,
Hey.
I was actually off today.
Oh yeah, for once.
Yeah. Yep. The banker's holiday or whatever. I work for insurance, so finance. But it was Juneteenth, so I was off
today. Yeah.
So I was actually able to put together some slides.
Nice.
And I went round and around with the internet trying to find out what I wanted to post. And finally, I just thought, you know what? We haven't had any pictures of stuff in a while. So I'll just pick something that may cheer people up just a little bit. It's the top 10, supposedly. I know this is, subjective, but it's supposed to be some of the cutest animals in the world.
Okay.
I captioned them all. So
there you go. Lori's sipping on that sweet tater shine.
Sweet tater shine.
That's good stuff.
I bet.
It's just sadly I can no longer get it anymore because they decided it was too expensive for them to make it, and there weren't a whole lot of people buying it. So,
well, let me go ahead and shout some folks out here. I see Mr. Richie J in the house. We had Wigwag Workshop, Sugar Kitty, Lori's here, Bourbon Engineer, Sean Holtgrave, Top Dog, Peter White, Bourbon Engineer. Welcome all. And we are ready to get this thing going. So I'm going to go ahead and play this little video, and I'll get the first hashtag going. How about that? All right. I forgot to set it up ahead of time, but it's going now. So first one here. This is Rocky Mountains, North America. Never heard of it, but it's supposed to be somehow akin to a rabbit. It doesn't look anything like a rabbit, but there you go. And it's around Washington State and things like that. It's a
Pikachu.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I don't know how big it is or anything, but it probably is not very big.
It looks like it's not rabbit, but maybe related to like a gopher, a groundhog.
It's what it looks like, but they say, genetically it's related to a rabbit.
So. Okay. Looks like more like maybe a rat or a nutria even.
It does. Yeah, I know. That's what the first thing I thought of when I saw it was like a nutria.
I'm still
nutria's related to. Yeah, nutria's related to a mink, which is eventually related to a skunk. Because they have those stink sacks on them.
Okay.
Pika rat, yeah.
Yep, that's what I was thinking there, Bourbon Engineer. It looks like a rat with a big head on it, like a fat rat or something. Although when I go up to Colorado, I see those the groundhogs. Well, what do we call them? Marmots up there. And it kind of reminds me of one of those, but like a baby one, like a small version of one of those.
Just wondering about this, because when I joined the Air Force and I was down in San Antonio, we would see jackrabbits all the time down there. You see them all the time? Yeah.
Well, depending on where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't really see them much around here, like around Austin area. You go down to San Antonio, you see them, and then more west you go. When I went out hunting, a little past Junction,
Yeah.
kind of West Texas out that way, I see them out there. You know, I was actually both. You'll see those and the cottontails.
Yep.
Tail rabbits, but
I mean, up in northern part of Texas, I saw a bunch of roadrunners. I never saw jackrabbits up there though.
Yeah, I see roadrunners around me. I mean, they come through my yard all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll get a drink out of the pool.
Yeah, we'd ride those old gravel roads, and man, the little suckers are fast. They would run out the road and start running ahead of the truck, and we'd be going, around 30, and that thing is keep staying ahead of us, and then dart off into the brush.
Yeah, jackrabbits in Arizona. I guess they like that more desert type of climate or something.
Yeah.
Hey, the chupacabra. I hadn't seen one of those yet. Keeping an eye out though.
Boy, those jackrabbits are big though, and up close, because I saw one up pretty close. It was probably, I don't know, 35, 40 feet away. Mm-hmm. And they remind me a lot of a kangaroo, the way they have muscles showing.
Yeah,
in their shoulders and stuff.
Oh yeah,
they're pretty damn tall.
Cheers, Woody. And
down in the West Texas town of El Paso.
Yeah, that's a good tune there, Marty Robbins. Yeah, first time I saw a jackrabbit was when I came down from Kentucky to go to basic training in San Antonio, and we were doing some marching or something, out on the base, because we just marched all over the place. And I looked over and seen this big rabbit. Like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, the freaking rabbits are huge down here. And then somebody told me they were from around there. And I said, no, that's a jackrabbit. They're different than a cottontail. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that meat would be so damn tough and that many fat on it.
I mean, your normal cottontails are pretty tough and stringy, but I mean, a jackrabbit's got to be double that, like squirrel or something.
Yeah, well, and like in Arkansas, like southeast area and all, they had a lot of cottontails, but if you get around certain areas, we had what we call swamp rabbits.
Yeah.
And the swamp rabbits were twice as big as the cottontails, but twice as tough.
Yeah.
And that jackrabbit would probably be over twice as big as one of those swampers.
Yeah. Now, back in Kentucky, when I was younger, we raised a bunch of rabbits for meat, but they were, big white tame rabbits. And that's really good there. That was really good. They're not tough at all.
I have a trash panda. Yeah, that'd be, yep. Man, oh, speaking of trash pandas, we had I don't know, a sick raccoon. This is several years ago, and it was over, we had the camper trailer over here, and we had put in this new spot, and we keep our trash can outside trash over there.
Yeah.
And it was around behind it, so there's a retaining wall in there, and I guess it had fallen over in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like it had some mange, and it was frail. I mean, it was sick. It may have been hit by a car or something. I don't know, but it was losing hair and it was losing life. And the dogs ran over there and found it. And so we had to call animal control, and they came and got it. I mean, the thing couldn't go anywhere. It was too sick, So they tested it for rabies and had us. They were like, "Oh, y'all should all go get rabies shots," and we're like, "Not till we get the results back." Doing that shit. So
heck no.
And they came back.
But they ain't worried about it.
Mm-mm. Top Dog feeds it.
The size of a small cat now.
See, earlier Bourbon Engineer said there's a jackass in my garage, and then Top Dog said, "Wait, I'm in the garage."
Yep. I think they lived right next to each other.
Yeah. Oh man. But Dad used to get beagles and raise them, and we would let them run rabbits. And, we'd go hunting, but they mostly we were going after the cottontails.
Yeah.
with those swamp rabbits, we wouldn't even try to. I mean, we'd clean them and everything, but we would just take the meat and cut it off the bone and run it through a cuber immediately.
Oh,
Like, we wouldn't even mess with it because it was just too tough. Hopefully, nobody gets out of kilter for me talking about animals because it's nature.
yep. I mean, I wasn't no rich guy when growing up, so we we go out deer hunting or bird hunting or something,
Uh-huh.
to supplement our normal beef and chicken. Well, we raised chickens too, and had chickens and eggs.
Yep. Oh man, we had tons of eggs at one point when living in Texas, and then the possums started killing our chickens. I
Yeah,
couldn't get them in the roost. They just would defy me, and we didn't clip their wings, and
yeah,
they would get up in the trees. And then what is they roost and they go to sleep, and the possums get right above them on a limb, and
yep,
they'll ease down, and then they just fall and like bite their heads off, and like fall to the ground with them. And
yep.
then, yeah, that was, we'd find them headless, shoulderless.
Oh yeah, for some reason, and they won't. That's the funny thing about them is they usually don't eat the whole chicken. They just like eat its head off or something and go on
Well, they
about it.
bite the head up and then they eat the meat right up in here,
Yeah,
around the breast meat, just like around where the wings start and all. And then they're done. They get full and they're done.
yep.
So, anyway, that was that. What time is it? 56. All right. We're going to spin here in a few minutes. We'll let that go. If you don't have it in there yet, if you're just joining, the hashtag is PIKA. So hashtag PIKA to have a chance to get an entry into the bottle giveaway coming up next month. It is just over a month away. It's on the 24th. So it's the 19th today of June. It's the 24th of July. But yeah. I think I'm going to pour a little more of this 1910. I'm telling you, the 1910, I've normally only had it like, and I'm drinking, several different ones. I don't think I've ever started with 1910. If I'm doing a Old Forester night, I go from, gosh, I have to look at it. Oh, shoot. My glasses. 1870 to 1897 to 1910 to 1920. That's usually the way I walk through them.
Mm-hmm.
And now starting off with the 1910, I like it a lot better starting off with it because I wasn't thinking before because it's only 93 proof, and start going from the 1897 bottled in bond, you're going from 100 proof back down to a 90, 93, and it takes away from it.
Okay.
But yeah, starting off with it like this, I'm finding a chocolate note in the back on the finish, like a cocoa,
Okay.
that I just never really noticed before.
I get a little. It's kind of like a smoky note on the 1910.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, on the palate, but I'm talking about like the finish.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I haven't got a bottle of that in, shoot, probably a year now, I guess.
You know what it kind of reminds me of, and that I do get that smoky note and that a little bit of peppery too. It reminds me. I took my daughter for her 16th or whatever birthday, and we went to Taos, New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and we stayed there several days. It was just a father daughter trip, and we went and walked, and it was summer, so it wasn't. Yeah, it's a ski town too, but it's Georgia O'Keeffe, famous, for being from there, and painting flowers that look like vaginas or whatever. And we stayed in a Georgia O'Keeffe room and it was a suite, so we had 2 bedrooms in it, and so she had 1 bedroom and I had the other. But yeah, that was pretty fun, and we went and saw the Adobe houses and it's all the kind of stuff. But anyway, let me spin this and I'll finish the story.
Okay.
I got off on a tangent.
Yes, Orlando, I have done that. It is pretty good.
Okay, there it is. Okay, here it is. All right, good luck, everybody. This is worth 1 entry to the bottle giveaway coming up on July 24th. Boom, Woody's Garage.
There we go. Congratulations, Woody. Hey there, Kathy Bates, Miss Sexy Voice. How you doing?
Let the confetti die down. We will get that out the way. Now, this next one is from Mexico.
It's a chupacabra?
No, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, it's a newt. Oh.
Well, it's a newt, but axolotl, I don't know.
Axolotl?
It's a L at the end.
Axolotl.
That's why I just put hashtag newt. It is a newt.
That makes it so much easier.
It lives its whole life underwater. Yeah. And I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder, if that's cute.
Yeah.
So
yeah, anyway. That one's cute. I know they have some quite ugly ones down there. Then.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, the Japan, they got the giant salamander thing, the newt or whatever that lives in the water. Those things are nasty looking, man. Anyway, what I was saying before I had to spin. What the hell was I talking about? The hell was I talking about? I said I'll have to finish that story when I get back, and you know what? I just totally
probably the 1915 mix.
No, yeah, the 1910. Oh yeah. Now I got off on a tangent. See, I every once in a while I have to say, but I digress because I have to bring it back around. But anyway, there was these candy shops. Taos is like a artsy town.
Yeah,
and artisans, like handmade guitars you can buy there, custom. They'll put it together for you for a big price, right there in the store. You order it and they'll put it together in a couple of days. You come back. Anyway, there was a chocolate shop and they had a black pepper cayenne chocolate. And it was a really dark chocolate. And I'm not a big fan of like chocolate. I'm not really a huge fan of sweet stuff. I'd rather have, a ribeye steak with, cowboy butter on it and all that than to eat candy. But that was freaking good, dude. And they had another one. They had the same thing. They had them same flavor profile in these little chocolates, and then they had it in a block of fudge. And this reminds me of that dark cocoa with that black pepper and that a little the cayenne. It just doesn't have the kick of heat to it, but
gotcha.
He said, "Did you call me a newt?" Yep.
Smoking one of these cigars that you like. Oh, Oliver.
Yep.
And this is it's a box pressed G.
Oh yeah, it's a G. Yeah. The Melania is my favorite, and the O. I like the Oliva O.
I got a couple of those.
Yeah, the Melania is a Serio, but it's Serio Melania, and it has a darker wrapper on it, and it is really good.
Maybe that's what I got. I'm not sure. I've got 2 different Series O, but one of them is a darker wrap than one of them. So one of them's like this kind of a fairly close to this color. The other one's darker, a little leaning more toward a Milano or a do you call that? The darker wrap one.
Oh, yeah, the Robustos or whatever. But the Melania has an extra band on it under the Serio band that says Melania on it, right below the regular band.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, it's spelled the same, yeah. So I guess. Don't really think about her much. Oh, I almost tried to breathe while I was drinking that one.
Yeah, Sean. Blame Kathy Bates for that one.
Now, if we want to go presidents, I think there's another president way more famous for having to do something with a cigar.
Yeah.
But we won't go there. We'll just let that dog sleep in the corner over there. Speaking of that, I won't name the name, but I saw her. I went to, of all places, the RSA security conference in San Francisco, and Monica was there. I'll say her first name. She was there and doing like not keynotes, but breakout speeches, full audience. But I thought that was odd. And when we got there, it really wasn't anything to do with security at all. And I'm like, why is this a part of this? And so another one was Sully, the guy that landed the airplane in the Hudson.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, he came in. Now, his speech was a little better because it wasn't anything about computer security, but it was more about staying calm under pressure and like knowing. It was more of it was a company that did disaster preparedness, or like, preparing for hackers and shit like that, and having a playbook and doing what do you call it, exercises and things, with the engineers and the networking guys, and getting security, driving the incident handling and all that. And staying calm under pressure and executing, and just practice makes it easy, easier every time. And so, yeah, I'm sure.
For the nickname there. For my nickname from you.
Oh yeah, the shot with the Cool Whip on top. Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna stick with the Irish for just the next one more pour.
Mm-hmm.
Go with the Bushmills. This is the Prohibition recipe. If you haven't tried that one,
damn,
it's really tasty.
Well, I hope it's. I'm glad, because the only other the Prohibition style that comes to mind when I think of it is that Kentucky Owl, and that's the worst Kentucky Owl they ever came out with, and they won't drop the price on it. The shit's sitting there with dust all over it.
Yeah,
everywhere I see it. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Confiscation Bourbon. I'm sorry, I had that wrong.
Oh, okay.
Confiscation Bourbon. That's the one that the Kentucky Owl that sucks. Yeah, I had that wrong. Anyway, I thought I had a point to make. I didn't. Just for that, I'm going to go ahead and spin.
That's a good cigar. I like that one.
Yeah, they're good, man. I mean, they're you know how we talk about bourbons that are quintessential. Just if you want to introduce someone to a decent bourbon, here it is. That's the way those are for cigars, I think. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Worth one entry to the quarterly drawing. Or not quarterly, but wig-wag to the bottle. There's my alarm. Congratulations, wig-wag.
Bourbon engineer.
All right. Oh, this is my favorite.
Ooh, excuse me. Oh,
I've actually seen one of these in person before.
oh,
And not at a zoo, at a it was a center where they were trying to, I don't know, I guess they were calling themselves I don't know, there's a language barrier. But I guess they were trying to keep them from going extinct or dwindle in numbers or whatever. Anyway, it's a red panda. I got to pet one. They're pretty soft, I can tell you that. They're way softer than the other types of panda. But yeah, fluffy ginger. That's it. Asian mountain regions.
Oh, sorry, I keep dropping off. I got in a sneezing fit right now. For some reason.
I don't know. I like going to places like I like going to where they say like the groups or whatever the institution things where they're trying to save sea turtles, and you go in and I like trying to get in to see and get a tour of everything they're doing, and hopefully you're not allergic to the oliva.
I don't know. Something's making me sneeze pretty harshly. It's like the sneeze like 5 or 6 times right now. Had just a little sprinkle of rain here a minute ago.
It may have kicked up some dust or something. Man, we had some heavy rain earlier, but it went through in a couple of waves, and it thundered and lightning. And I've got a giant black dog that is a like absolute infant when it comes to thunder. So he was all up in here earlier. I have to open the door because he'll sit there and try to break my door down, and to get in here because he's scared of the thunder. And I let him in. He comes and then he wants to get in my lap, and I won't let him because he weighs 70 freaking pounds. And I make him lay down. He'll lay down on the floor, and then he whines, and I'm like, "You're all right." And then
Yeah.
When I was getting ready, right before you jumped on, I was getting ready for the show, and I ran him out of here, and I closed the door, and I heard a little thunder rumble in the background.
Yeah.
And he was over there beating on the door. I had to let it. That's what when you were when you jumped on earlier, I just sat back down here because I got him outside the door because it had stopped. But it sounds like it's calm out there now.
Yeah.
Got that Bates.
Oh, awesome. Kathy Bates in it to win it. That'll be 3 samples from me this time. It'll be I think I'm gonna keep on mystery samples this time.
All right. Well, I found something. Let me tell y'all what's going on. I'm trying to do another film with a local distillery. Work, we got a lot of junk going on. We're doing this OBD stuff at work, which is a model for anyway. You're supposed to make everything more productive and all this stuff. We have to take all these courses. Okay. And set all that stuff up and have daily meetings, all this junk, and
unfun
on top of everything else we have to do. And so but anyway, I found a box sitting on my table over there today, because today I was off work and I had time to get some cardboard broke down, and I was putting it in the trunk of my car, and I need to put a label on it and send it because I forgot to send one. So I'll get that done though. Hot dog, I got you.
Sound like you're slacking as much as I have been halfway recently.
Man, it's been packed. I had it taped up. I just didn't put the label on it. I didn't go to pirate ship and put the
Yeah.
label on it, and because it fits in my mailbox. All I have to do, and my mailbox is falling down out there. Guy backed into my mailbox and broke it, and I took 2 pieces of plywood and just cut some pieces, straightened my
Yeah.
mailbox back up, and took big wood screws and screwed it in above and below the break. And now with all the rain and everything, I got you, Bourbon Engineer. Um, it it's weakening the plywood, and it's
Oh
starting to
yeah.
separate, and so my mailbox is starting to. I have to fix that tomorrow. I have to fix it tomorrow. And the only reason I haven't fixed it is because it's like over 100 feet down the hill, and I need my circular saw. Because what I'm going to do is take the post that's because it's concrete down at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to cut around it with my circular saw, and then I have the metal uh, boot thing, to go on it, and I'm going to take the new post, cut it to the right height, because if y'all don't know, your mailbox has to be like between so many inches and like 40 something inches or whatever up,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I have to measure and make sure I get it, and then I'm going to screw it. I have these giant lag bolts that's going to go in there.
Don't get straight across my side yard in broad daylight. Don't look, Ethel.
He said, only because you slipped me a rupee.
Yeah, you gotta watch what Top Dog pours. And the Bourbon Engineer. Those guys there, you gotta watch them.
But anyway, I got a couple of boxes going tomorrow.
That's good. What set me back on sending mine out was the
No, Kathy, yours is one I'm gonna send tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna get those boxes out tomorrow, Kathy. I'll get it to you. Now we actually worked. We had a. It always happens, Hey, we're about to be off work tomorrow, so we have to get everything done today, and type thing.
Can you work 12 to 14 hours today to make sure we're ready for tomorrow being off?
Right. No. And Friday, I have a early meeting Friday morning because it's a daily Scrum thing. But after that, I'm monitoring emails and approving whatever comes in. I have to approve a bunch of stuff like people wanting to print from home and stuff like that. We call it printer exceptions, and people put in for PTO, and I have to approve it, and
yeah. Nah, just be like tonight across the board.
Streaked across my side yard in broad daylight.
Right, Kathy. Don't want Grandma getting you samples now. Well, cheers, William Hall. Good to see you, sir.
Cheers. All right. Well, we are almost ready for the next one. If you don't have your hashtag in yet, hurry. It's RPAN, hashtag RPAN.
That's odd. And it's one of the mainly thinking on this stream on YouTube. If I'm checking it out on YouTube, it starts off with top messages, and it takes a while before it'll allow me to go to all messages. Everything is put on YouTube. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. When I pop out the chat, I go to live chat.
Yeah, well, that's what I try to do, all the time. But on this stream on YouTube, it won't allow me to do that until we've been going live for 10, 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, because I pull up 2 of them. I have fan funding, so I don't miss anything. And so the only thing that comes up is that
chats and stuff.
Yeah, I have live chat from YouTube, and of course we have the chat popping up in StreamYard. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead. I know we have a lot of people putting in for it here, but I'm going to go ahead and play it now. It's your samples tonight, so here we go. All right, so that is the sample giveaway for tonight. That is Super Chat, Super Sticker only. You get 2 entries for every $1. It only takes 1 to win. And you also, whether you win tonight or not, you get the same 2 per every $1 to the bottle giveaway in July 24th. So
there you go.
I have to spin this thing.
That last bottle there will be just a little bit delayed because it's going to be the 20. What do you say? 21st, 22nd.
24th is when we spin it.
Okay, 24th. So, congratulations,
William Hall.
William Hall. He just snuck in there. Oh, Eric Gunderson. Cheers, sir. But anyway, what I was saying, that spin there. So whoever wins that one needs to let me know if they want the Nancy pick of the bourbon or of the rye, because it's going to be the beginning of August when they release that bottle is when I'll be able to pick that one up, because I'm going to be in Colorado going to next weekend. I'm headed to Colorado and I'll be up there for 3 weeks.
All right,
so I won't be back until the 19th or something.
They also have these little suckers in the Philippines, but they're more prevalent in New Guinea and Australia. They're a little sugar glider, just tree rat with wings. There it is.
Sorry about that, Bourbon Engineer. There's of that one, I don't remember which one, if you had the 11 blend or the 8 blend, but the 8 blend I can't replicate anymore.
Just mix all what you got together.
Well, I do have enough, but the 8 blend, that one I used some of the cognac and what was it? Something else. I think I'm out of the cognac now. The cognac finished one.
Independent Joe in the house. Here we go.
Yep. Cheers, Joe and Gunderson. Gunnerstruck. Here, kitty. Sug it.
Man, I got all my stuff in, man. I'm ready. I'm changing tires. Let me tell you something about motorcycles. You can get a great deal on a motorcycle. That's not where the dealerships make their money. Yeah. They make it off of maintenance. A tire change. 1 tire. And keep in mind, I took the fricker off the bike and took it in, and they changed it $50 freaking dollars.
Dang.
Yeah. So I paid $120, maybe $150 altogether, to get all the little knick-knacky tools I need. And I'm about to change that stuff myself from now on. I can do that. I've changed freaking car and truck tires. I mean, I know how to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't hard. You just need the right tools is all.
You need a couple of spoons.
Well, and I've got the 3 spoons and I've got the rim guard, but I also bought the big mount, the bead breaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't have to take a flat bill shovel or whatever and, try to break the bead.
Ball peen hammer.
Well, and they have a bead breaker that you squeeze and it doesn't work very well. This thing here's got a big curved like little flat tooth thing, and you set it right inside the rim and you have all this leverage to come down and it pops that bead loose, and then you just turn the tire a little and pop it until you break it loose, and then flip the tire over, break the other side.
All you need to do is break one spot in it and you can work the rest of it around just by stepping on it.
Oh, you can, but this is on a frame. And then with the tire on the frame with both beads broken, I can take my spoons and start working around. And it has a, what was that?
Independent Joe calling you out.
Oh, yeah. All right. We can do it. All right.
Yep.
Let me, I'm not 100% committing right now because, things are crazy, but we'll work it out. But yeah, I got craziness at work, and I'm starting this video shoot this weekend at that distillery. Local.
Bourbon engineer, I would guess at least $20. But he's asking you.
What would they charge to change the tennis balls on? Oh, Walker. I would do it for probably 15. Yeah.
You talking to the same guys was changing those tires for $50.
Yeah, 50 freaking one tire. One freaking tire. And I took it off the bike
or anything. I mean, you know what?
The only thing I didn't do, like I took it off the bike and I took my little bearing, those spacers out and all that. I mean, everything was ready for them. All they had to do was just let the air out, break the bead, get the tire off with their automatic tool, that runs around the rim.
Yep.
And then pop the new tire on and air it back up. And here's the thing that got me. They charged me $50, and I called them and complained about it because they didn't change my valve stem.
Well, of course.
And I'm like, what are y'all doing? Pop me a new valve in there. And I have a bunch of valves, and I also got besides that tool, I got a balance frame.
Oh, nice.
Where you spin the tire and you just make sure your level on the frame is on bubble. And then as it settles and the heavy side's down, you put a weight at the top and turn it. And if it moves, put another one, turn it, until it stays wherever you put it. And then, you're good. So, but yeah, I can mount and balance now. That saves me $50 a tire every freaking time.
Yep. Well, that's only. Well, it kind of depends on how much or how soft a tire you're going to be running.
Oh, I'm running
a hard tire, maybe with soft sides, but the main part of the tire you're riding on is fairly tough. Then you're not going to be changing them that often.
No, I won't, because I'm running Michelin Road 6 tires on this bike, and that's one of your longest lasting tires. It's more of a sport touring type tire.
Okay.
On here, I'm not going to be leaning it over trying to get rid of chicken strips and kissing squirrels as I'm riding by. I did that for a little bit on this bike. I know it'll lean over. I had about that much strip left to the edge of my tire. I mean, I was running this thing pretty damn hard, but I'm not going to be doing that now. I got that out of my system. I'm 50 something years old, 55, 56. I don't know how old I am. I was born in 69, 56. So I don't need to be, painting the, cleaning the road stripes with my left elbow.
Yeah, if you are planning on doing that, you need better padding, and a better suit with, pads on the knees, pads on the elbows.
That's the one thing. My legs, I don't do the pants. But my jacket has the back slider, shoulders, elbows.
Yeah.
I have the armor in the jacket. It's a summer jacket, so it's totally vented. Like you can hold it up to the light and see through it.
Oh, wow.
But the part where the pads are is solid. But man, that thing concentrates a lot of air around you.
That's nice.
And, the hottest part of your body is always the helmet. I have a Shoei helmet, and
those are pretty well vented.
They are, but and I have one with the drop down visor.
On
the inside. And
a lot of you just do like here and drop the visor down. Or is it on the side?
It's built inside the helmet. So
how do you drop it?
Oh, you have a switch on the side. You just push.
Oh, okay.
and it comes down. And you don't have to use a switch to pull it. You can just push it back up, but you just
Yeah.
push the thing and it'll flop down. And it comes down to about here. And
Oh,
hang on, I got to spin. But I have a full face, but if it's around 90 degrees, I'm hardly ever putting that full face down. All right, good luck, everybody. This is worth one entry to the bottle giveaway coming up next month.
the only time I didn't have my full face,
H.
one time I didn't run with the full face down was when I was going slow.
Yeah, I mean, mostly I'm around town. Yeah, when I get out on the highway, I definitely put it down because I don't want a grasshopper busting my lip.
Oh yeah,
Or
and June
my
bugs are hard
boy.
on you now. Trust me.
Boy, I know they will.
I've had a June bug smack me right between the eyes. They'll leave a welt.
Ooh, yeah. Because
And
I don't have a windshield.
I
I
had a
have a
red
naked.
wasp come into the helmet and sting me on the cheek over here once too. That ain't no fun.
All right, so my caption on here is "Can see the future." Yeah, this is a Galago bush baby, African woodlands. They said I just put African woodlands on here. They said it was the woodland area, which is the North Congo area in Africa, just south of the Sahara, is where these things live. So
Kind of cute, but I'd rather have one of the sugar gliders
yeah, I mean, like I said, subjective.
or a flying squirrel.
Oh yeah, now flying squirrels, man. Oh my god,
You-
I have a story for fucking everything. We were camping one time. I was in college, and we were me and a couple of buddies went out camping,
Mhm.
and we were in our tent, and I swear to you, somebody was walking up on our tent. We could hear the little gravel crunching, crunch, crunch, and we unzipped that tent real slow and we jumped out like, who's there? And all these little flying squirrels went because they were eating our marshmallows
Oh yeah,
and bread.
yeah. My dad had a pet flying squirrel as a pet when he was younger. You know,
Yeah, nobody puts baby in the corner. Yeah.
it would. He told me it would. My grandmother had a shelf around the inside of her kitchen. You know, kind of like like this kind of shelf, but she had these decorative plates on it. And that squirrel would always be running around that shelf. It would never knock anything over or nothing, but
Yeah.
it would always run around there. And then as soon as Dad would get home from school and stuff, it would jump down and glide down and slap to his shoulder, and then it'd be running around.
Well, hell, they
hanging
weigh.
out there.
They don't even weigh as much as a shot of whiskey.
No, they don't weigh squat.
I know. Let's see here. 1897. That was what I was pulling out right here.
Yep.
This is 100 proof. How do we know? Because it's bottled in bond.
Well, of course, if it says bottled and bond, it's got to be at least 100 proof. Well, actually, it has to be.
It has to be 100 proof. Yeah. Yep. And if y'all don't know, I know I've said this before, but the 100 proof started back a long time ago when they really didn't have a way to proof stuff out, and they thought 1700s and all that whiskey should be 50% alcohol. That was the only thing it could be. And the way they would do it is they would put a line of gunpowder down and they would pour whiskey over it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they lit it and it just sat there and burned with blue flame, that was 100% proof that was 50% alcohol. That's where 100 proof comes from.
Want to holler out Eric Gunnarsson. I'm sipping on one of his samples right now. This is it's a Bunnahabhain. I cannot pronounce this name. Aragon Nagiri. It's a travel exclusive. Man, it's nice.
Oh yeah, no, I've had that before. Oh crap! I thought that, and man, and here's the thing: you know as well as I do, you've been on deer stand before.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk out there, and if you just like walk through the woods, you don't really notice everything. But when you're sitting on a deer stand, you hear every freaking thing.
Oh yeah.
And when you haven't heard anything for a while except little pss, pss, pss from birds and shit, anything that crunches, it sounds like somebody's beating on a freaking bass drum, because you're so in tune to everything. You're listening.
Yep.
And you'll think, oh my God, was there a fucking rhinoceros coming through the woods? And it's a damn, yeah, it gives them the best sound. Oh, yeah. It's an armadillo.
Yeah.
So,
But the one that pissed me off the most is I was out deer hunting with a muzzleloader that I built. It's 50 cal muzzleloader. And, I'm seeing nothing. I'm not seeing a deer whatsoever. Buck, doe, nothing. And I keep hearing, I'm like, he's coming. Where is she? Where is it? Looking around, freezing my butt off. And I'm happening to be I'm in a deer stand. So I'm up off the ground. And I'm not seeing anything. Finally, I see this dang squirrel, and it's like toward the end of the time where I'm going to be out hunting. So I know I got to go back, and I'm going to have to, shoot off the muzzleloader because you can't just like keep it loaded for the next day,
Right.
So I'm going to have to shoot the muzzleloader off. And this squirrel decides to climb up the tree like opposite of me about 50 yards away, climbs up the tree, and was standing on the side of the tree going, bark, 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 and,
annoying bastard.
You little SOB, I got something to deal with your ass. So I sighted in on his butt. Didn't want to kill him because I don't feel like cleaning no squirrel. So I sighted in between him and the tree. And then just hit just the edge of the tree and barked his ass off the tree about 50 foot up.
I was going to say, if you had shot him with a 50 cal muzzle,
I didn't even have.
You wouldn't have had anything to clean.
No, exactly. So I hit just, about a half inch into the tree, and then all the bark blew him off with the tree about 50 foot. And he fell down the ground on the leaves and just hauled ass.
Well, yeah.
But I'm like, what do you mean I had to shoot the 50 cal anyway? But
yeah.
That was a great gun. I built that gun myself. And I could put out a match with it. It was a great gun.
But God damn, that motherfucker. Dad knows this story better than I do. I think it was Chris or somebody. I forget who it was. We went out to the deer camp, and it was the season starting, and it was muzzle loading, and I think it was my cousin, but I can't be for sure. Maybe Big Daddy H can correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, they were going to dry fire the gun because, you need to dry fire it. And they poured the powder in and packed a wad down in there and fired it off inside the freaking house, the deer camp house.
Oh, shit.
Freaking smoke everywhere. But what they had done is they left it loaded from last year and didn't know it. And there was a fucking big old shot in there.
Oh,
and put a hole in the freaking ceiling.
Like it didn't blow it up.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have two shots. It just had powder in there. So that wad burns up on the way out,
Yeah. Now wait a minute.
Six 44 mag, yeah. I thought a whole bunch of times about bringing a 22 rifle. We had a 22 rifle that was like dead on. We had a scope on it, and I mean, you could take this 22 and you could, how mistletoe grows way up in the top of the trees.
Yep.
And we could go out and pick mistletoe easy with this 22. Yep. It was a 22 auto, and we put, of course, the short shells won't work. You got to use long rifle, 22s to get accuracy. But yeah, we would take it, and man, I used to take 22 holes out of this thing, spent holes, and I would go put them on the bark of a pine tree, and then step way off from it and scope it and pick that damn empty hole off the side of a pine tree with it.
Yeah, I got a 22.
Oh, I have to spin. You keep going. I'll get this shared.
Me and my brother inherited a gun from my cousin. It's a 22 Magnum, and it's like that. I mean, you can dot your eyes at 100 yards with that sucker.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's Lori's +1, and that means the next person it's doubled. So it's if it lands on somebody that's already got it, it's +2. If it lands on someone new, it's that +1. Kathy Bates +1. Look at there. Because the 1 is already 1, and then +1 is 2. Last time I checked. Y'all correct my math if I'm wrong. I think I know. All right. Oh, this thing here I'd never heard of before. And of course, it's Australia. Has anyone ever heard of this? Like, seriously?
Quokka? Quokka?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I didn't look all that shit up.
Oh, it is kind of cute, though.
I just put good day, mate, because it's supposed to be Australian. But I saw pictures of it. Not this picture. Of course, they take the cutest picture they can find and put, for this. They're not that cute. They're kind of like, they look like miniature kangaroos, like little tiny kangaroos. They have big hind legs and little short front legs.
Well, it's kind of cute.
He's a quackaboom. Like, yeah.
He's a quackaboom. Right, Sugar Kitty. Kid would know what that damn thing is and be able to pronounce it correctly.
Whatever, I'm not trying to be. I'm certainly not trying to be the smartest guy in the room. I know what I know, and that's what I know. That makes a lot of damn sense, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've probably forgotten more trivial bullshit than a lot of people ever learn. But
exactly, it sure gives it. Everybody takes a selfie with them. They live on a specific island. Okay.
I don't know. It just said Australia on there. So, oh yeah, it did say something about an island, but I didn't want to put all that. I just put Australia.
Yeah, I would agree there, purposes here. It looks like it. It's like that little Nutri-Rat's cousin.
Yeah.
From Australia.
Yeah. Oh, I will say that. Let me see if it's next. What is next? Yeah. The next one. I've dealt with them in person too, and they're not as fluffy as the other one.
Okay.
Western Australia. Holy crap. That's like there's nothing over there. Australia is like this huge continent where everybody lives in a little crescent around the east side of it.
Yeah, that's because most of the rest of it's uninhabitable because it's freaking desert.
Yeah.
It's full of everything that'll kill you.
Well, there's a couple cities around on the west side, but nothing like the east side. I think too they have a problem with bull sharks over there, up in their inlets on the east side. Even I think I remember seeing some kind of David Attenborough National Geographic ish type thing on that. Scotch Down Under.
Yeah. Yeah, he's from Western Australia.
Oh, okay.
he usually goes on a little too early for me to watch a lot of his streams. And sometimes when he goes on, I'm already at work, so it's really hard to watch a stream while you're on a skid steer or a tractor or something like that.
That's definitely true. Yeah, you kind of have to pay attention.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can kind of listen to it in the background sometimes, but trying to comment when you got
to the skid steer
when you're doing something, that's a little weird. Yeah, some of the spiders, no. They got half of everything down there wants to kill you. Spiders, the snakes, half of the mammals, everything wants to kill you down. Even go swimming, stuff in the ocean wants to kill you. It's crazy.
Yeah, some comedian or something was coming out. Remember all that about the murder rope and all that shit? Nope rope. People were naming animals. Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of that shit was from Australia they were naming.
Yeah, right, Sugar Kitty. Got you.
Oh, man, there's a short video going around where this guy, I don't know how old it is, but this guy was like holding his hand against the kangaroo's chest, and the kangaroo was trying to kick him and everything else. And finally, he leans in and kisses the kangaroo on the nose, and the kangaroo steps back, has his arms down to the side, turns, and just goes away. And it was one of those where they make a song out of the comments.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, talking about, now, bro.
I ain't like that, bro. See you later.
Just took the wind out of that.
Yep, blue ring octopus, and then you got those box jellyfish.
Oh well, box jellyfish all over the place, but yeah.
Yeah, but they out there, and then they have those what is those little snails? They're a pretty little shell on them, but they're a snail, and they have a stinger, and they'll kill you.
God damn! When snails can kill you, something went wrong with the food chain there.
Like I'm saying, everything, it seems like damn near everything in Australia wants to kill you. Down here, everything wants to poke you. We got mesquite trees, weesatch trees, and all this other stuff just wants to poke you.
Drew Carson, hello. Welcome.
Sea wasp. Great.
A sea wasp. Yeah. Drew Carson is typing words. Okay.
Maine McDonald's. Okay. No idea what you're talking about there, buddy.
Vermont, Maine, McDonald's. I don't know. It's words.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's out on the East Coast then.
Maybe.
All right, then. Time for something completely different. That one.
Mm-hmm. That's next for me.
1920.
I'm on the Bottled and Bond right now, 1897.
Yeah, that's a lot darker than everything else I've drank tonight so far.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm telling you right now that the 1897, I would start. I've done these out of order, and I'm telling you, order makes a difference. The order that you drink whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
And I have done this out of order. I would start with the 1910, then go to the 1897. They enhance each other's flavor, and the 1910 needs to come first.
Gotcha. Oh, Top Dog's in with a 1920.
Cone snail, frick.
Definitely got to be one of my favorite Old Forester picks.
All right, Peter. Just finished the 1897 pour. All right.
There you go. Yep. The order you drink things and definitely makes a difference.
Yep.
I mean, you don't want to go from 140 proof down to like an 80 proof.
Oh no, you won't taste it. It's going to taste like unsweetened tea where you left the bag in the water for a half a second.
Yep. So it's nicer to go like when I started off with an 80 proof. Now I'm working up. Now this is 115, 116.
Yeah. I will say it's not always a good rule of thumb is to go by the alcohol by volume. Yeah, right. The percent.
Okay.
But it's not always like if there's something at 95 and 98, you might want to try them in a different order. They're not that far from each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about the notes. It's more about the intensity of the flavor. All right, let me spin this thing. All right, guys, this is worth one more entry to the bottle giveaway on July 24th. Whoever gets this has an entry, Mr. Richie J.
Jake?
All right, got that down.
I was hoping Bourbon Kitty would be in tonight so I could see what she thought about that rye. That Nancy picked rye. Because I read the tasting notes and the nosing notes on that one, and I'm like, oh, goodness. I should have picked me up a bottle of it, but I didn't bother to read it till I got it back to the house.
Now, this one's the one I was talking about. They look fluffy, but the little red pandas are soft. These guys are bristly. They're more bristly.
Okay. Well, I can't say that I've ever pet a giant panda.
Well, I put my hand
would,
out. I touched it on the shoulder. The little Chinese girls.
There you go, Bourbon Engineer. #trash panda.
Would you like to touch it? Sure.
Can I pet that dog?
I know that joke. He goes, "Does your dog bite?" And he said, "No." And so he went to pet the dog. He bit his hand. He's like, "I thought you said your dog didn't bite." And he's like, "That's not my dog."
He's my dog. Yeah, that's the two famous ones there, Sugar Kitty.
Ling and sing.
None of my dogs would bite you. I got 3 now, and the one I had before them actually never bite you.
Would you like to pet my panda? We gonna get dirty. All right. So if anybody's not in it, I just want to make sure, want to make sure no one's going to get left out. We are doing sample giveaways tonight. You get 2 entries for every $1 super chat, super sticker, and here's the vid. Wrong video. I played the wrong freaking video. That we're doing hashtags. That's for the bottle giveaway. Here's the correct video. All right, Mark is going to keep it a secret, but if you win the samples tonight, he will send you 3 2-ounce samples. Yes, and look at his shelf. Look at it.
Of something. I mean, it may be some Texas whiskey. It may be some Scotch. It may be some Still Austin from Texas. It may be a Corbin Cash from California, and that's a Corbin Cash pick, by the way, hazmat. So, well, no, we'll see who wins, and then I'll pick and choose from there.
I know, Kathy, your face just glows red against that white nun thing you wear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Bourbon issue doesn't have a wrench.
Oh.
Top Dog can time him out.
Wait a minute.
Hurry up. Top Dog, time him out before he gets a wrench. Sean's in there.
I saw that. But I'm adding a moderator right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sean.
Oh, that is so good. I can't believe I haven't been sipping on that bottle much.
All right, got it. Now, I'm about to have to go over. Now, before I go over there and start adding people to the wheel, which is going to be coming up in about 30 minutes. I need to run to the restroom real quick. So
Okay.
hold the fort down. I'll be right back.
All right. My question: what are y'all sipping on now? Hopefully, it's some water. I mean, if you've been sipping along whiskey with us, you need to have a water along with it, or like I do, iced tea with a little bit of lemon and a water as well. I know you are, Kathy. It's okay. Ain't no problem being shy. Uh-oh. Bourbon Engineers got a wrench now, Top Dogs. Too late. Exactly, Orlando. But see, Orlando doesn't have a wrench. So if he starts talking shit, y'all wrench guys can say, hey, slap him down. That's the problem, though. We ain't had nobody time anybody out, and I don't remember when. Since we stopped getting all the Russian bots coming in with all that crap, I haven't seen that in a while. I'm glad of it, though. That was starting to get real annoying. All right, Top Dog. Well, it had to happen sometime or another. Wait a minute. Gunderson didn't have a wrench. What the heck? I can't do it. I'd give him a wrench, but I can't. That would have to be Jody to do that. I'll work on that as soon as Jody gets back from his restroom break. I will see if we can hook you and Mr. Mom up with a wrench, just in case some weird stuff comes on and happens. We can't have these, spammers and assholes come into the chat. Hey, Jody.
Hey,
Since you're coming back, would you do me a favor and give Eric Gunderson and Mr. Mom 310 a wrench?
Oh, yeah.
Eric Gunderson is one of these fantastic human beings that has sent out wonderful samples to a lot of folks. And Mr. Mom Orlando is a fantastic individual too.
Okay. Oh, why are they green?
I don't know.
And who else? Oh, Mr. Mom.
Yeah, Mr. Mom 310. Yeah, that's Orlando. He's a good guy. I chat with him on Messenger and stuff.
Yeah, Eric Gunderson's green, so I didn't know.
I don't know. Is he like a member of the channel? Is that why he's green?
Maybe. Yeah, because he's putting little glasses up there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. A Wigwag is green too.
Well, I'm pretty sure
that's a member of the channel, then possibly, or Patreon.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Anyway, I'm adding moderators tonight. Well, we'll just do it. We'll just add everybody.
Oh, Sugar Kitty, yes. His channel members are Martians. They're green.
Green. Okay. All right. I don't know. Yeah. I don't run a show. I just act like I do once a week. So there we go. Oh man. Where was I? Well, that feels a lot better. Oh, we're ready to spin. That's what time it is. Here we go. And then after this, I'm going to get the wheel ready. Good luck, everybody. This is worth one entry to the bottle giveaway on July 24. Bam. Oh, +1. Look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. We're getting into it. Let's get some repeats going. Get multiple entries. Big Daddy H is plus
And-
one.
Yep, we're gonna spin again.
We'll span again. And we didn't even have to jinx it this time.
No. Oh, that's a good whiskey. Dang. Nose
Bourbon
on it.
Engineer. Well, there's the alarm going off.
Is that the first time he's won tonight?
That is the first time.
Well, dang. All right. About time then.
All right, we got that. Okay.
Sean,
Yeah, then.
that's a damn good whiskey right there. That Lagavulin 11-year Guinness cask.
Mhm.
I like that one.
Oh,
Oh,
I
look.
remember this one too.
See, Green Wigwag's been a member for 12 months.
Yes, a year. So
Congratulations.
this next
That's awesome.
one not only plots your death like all cats do, but can actually follow through with it.
Mm,
I don't know if that's true or not. I just made it. I thought it sounded funny.
not that little thing. It looks tiny.
Husky spotted cat. I guess it could hit a jugular if it got lucky. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's possible, yes.
But yeah, there we go.
Well, that cigar goes really well with the Old Forester 1920.
That cigar goes really well with whiskey. I'll just say that.
Well, yeah. Just whiskey in general.
Yes, that's one of my favorites because it's a milder cigar.
Yeah, it is.
If you really, but it's not like bland.
Cheers,
mild.
Marty. I believe he's going on here just shortly. So,
All right, Marty.
when y'all get done with us, we'll move on over to Marty's Whiskey Nose stream.
Now, I see now. I can see who has a wrench because they have a wrench by their name. See,
Yeah.
There's actually a wrench by their name.
Yeah. Well, maybe one of these guys with a wrench can post Whiskey Nose's link in chat.
Kathy Bates.
That way, everybody can jump over to him as soon as we get done, which is not going to be very long.
All right, I got to go start making the wheel right because Kathy Bates is about to run me out of gumption over here with all these entries.
Yeah, she's in for a couple now.
Several.
Watermelon goes good with whiskey. I don't know about that, Bourbon Engineer, but I'll take your word for it.
Maybe.
I may give that a shot here. Maybe next weekend.
Let's see. 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Twisted arrow there, boss.
And then 20, 30.
Well,
40.
I think I'm
Wow. Okay, let me start circling some of these because I got to. All right, Top Dog. Here we go. I am making the wheel good. I'm making the wheel good.
All right. Well, since we're on the Old Forester kick, I'm going to go ahead and possibly ruin my palate and go with the King Ranch.
Okay.
But I have drag it down to there. So, and it's been a while since I went back to this one. So we'll give that just a little old pour in there and see if it's gotten any better. This is the 25 version? I think so. 105 proof. I still got some of that Old Forester nose to it.
And Sean.
Thank you, Eric Gunderson and Sugar Kitty.
Okay, wheel's good.
Definitely
Wheel's
different
good.
than 1920.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Yeah, that's probably the wrong order to drink them in.
It's not bad on the nose now, though.
Well, and we were talking about this earlier, and you've got way past the shoulders. It may have opened up a little.
I think so. It's definitely a better nose than when I first popped the bottle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mellowed. Coming across some more sweet notes.
Yeah, but it can't be 1920 though.
Oh no, it's not 1920.
No, I mean because 1920 is one of the most flavorful. Old. Well, I think it's the most flavorful Old
It's my
Forester.
favorite for sure.
Yeah, that's why I always try to finish on it. Once I pour Old Forester 1920, I'm kind of either done pouring or that's my next pour too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't start with that because if I start with that, I hurt myself.
Yep. Hmm.
I think it's time. Let's
That,
do the 1920. Come on.
that's good. It's
Look,
actually not bad. I mean,
look how dark it is. I mean,
oh yeah. I mean, the King Ranch comparison wise, look, I'll show you. Can you guess which? Whoops. Can you guess which one's which?
yeah, I can.
But they're pretty close to the same.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah.
This one looks to be a little bit darker.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Old Forester, the King Ranch one.
Ranch. Yeah.
It's a little bit darker, just a hint, not much.
See, this one, I'd like to swirl my 1920. It's not, I mean, I just replaced this bottle like, I don't know, 4 months ago or whatever,
Mhm.
because I always try to keep a 1920 on hand. And
Oh
I
yeah,
sip on it here and there and, that type of thing. So it's not, it hasn't been on the shelf as long as the other ones. So I
yeah,
like letting it open up a little, give it a little.
yeah. The both of those, both of my King Ranch have been on the shelf for I'd say close to a year, maybe a little less than that. But the 1920 is definitely a shelfer. I always have one of those on the shelf. If I start running out,
Oh yeah,
don't worry about it
start
because you can
looking
go
for 'em.
anywhere and find you a 1920 Old Forester.
But around here, I have to go to 3 or 4 different ABC stores to find one
Really?
because yes, because they don't get that many, so they're all gone. Like
Wow.
all of the other Old Foresters will be on the shelf and 1920's gone.
Wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, and there'll be 1 or 2 left and I always grab 1 or 2, when they have them
Yep.
and when I'm there. And then I'll have one because I still have one over there. I forgot about it. It's over on the other shelf. So this one is half, and I have a full over there. So I always try to keep a backed backup of it.
There you go. All right. The Old Forester Hunter Bride. Okay. Yeah, it should go good with the pizza and wings.
I bet. All right. Oh, that's so good.
Yep. That 1920 is a damn good pour. I mean,
Mm.
if you like a good Kentucky bourbon, you're gonna like 1920.
My damn candle burnt out.
The
Hang on.
the E.H. Taylor, some of their stuff.
Yeah,
That's good stuff
my candle burnt out.
too.
It's out of juice. I'm gonna put the lid on it here. It's
Well,
like hot though. I'm gonna leave it on that silicone and push it back over there.
I can say that the King Ranch is not it's not as good as the 1920 for me, but having opened up in the bottle some, it's better than what it was when I first popped the top on it for sure.
All right, I got to get my lighter. I have to light a candle.
Okay,
It's just a rule.
nice, Orlando. That's good. That's your first bottle of Old Forester. dude, if you could go look and get you a 1920,
Hell yeah.
that's one you need to have. You definitely need to try that one and put that sucker on yourself.
Yeah, the 1920 is one that once you get get an affinity for it, you will always keep it on your shelf.
Yep. I mean, it's just I hate to say it's like a quintessential bourbon, but it's not far from it if it's not.
Well, here's the way I look at it. You know how we talk about bourbons that, oh, if someone's never tried bourbon, this is the a quintessential bourbon you want to get them to try. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it's a wheater or whatever, and we're trying to introduce them to the wood sugars. And
Sure, Fred.
1920 it takes those wood sugars and develops them into just this long lingering finish and the intense palate. Once you build a big appreciation for good bourbon, 1920 will stroke the, hey, I would want something a little more. Still Austin. And those Nancy picks of the bourbons and everything. Those are way deeper, but 1920 is something you can always just get on the shelf that will escalate those notes for you.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. And it's readily available pretty much anywhere as a shelfer. I mean, it's always on the shelf. In most any place you go, you can see 1910, 1920, the Statesman, your Old Forester stuff. It's always there.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
Now,
somebody
Nancy picks stuff like that, there's not going to be there.
If somebody wants to get somebody a gift and they want to give them bourbon, get the damn Old Forester 1920. You know, just get that and give it to them.
Yep. It's
Bourbon Engineer, I got you. Plus,
if they already have the 1920, they're going to keep that sucker for a backup for sure.
Yeah. Let me put this in there. Oops, wrong one. Bourbon Engineer Plus.
Oh, there you go, Mr. Mom. The 1910 from Jamie on the row on the One World. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, it's not quite for my palate. I don't like that one as much as I do the 1920, but it's that one's a little more oaky for me.
Well, it kind of is, and it's a much lower proof. So you're getting a 93, 94 proof out of the 1910.
Yeah, but it's still oaky though.
Well, it is, but
for me.
The 1910 though, earlier, remember when I said I've been drinking them in the wrong order? And I started with the 1910. I started with the 1910 tonight, and I got more of that cocoa on the finish that I wouldn't have gotten if I had gone the other direction. I would say if you get a 1910, try it 3 days in a row where it's like you just pour one little drink, let it air a little bit, and then try it. And I know chocolate, yes, but I like saying cocoa because it's more of a darker, I don't know, that
like cocoa nibs.
Yeah, it's spin time. I have to hurry.
Ahoy, Groovy! Long time no see, brother. Cheers.
All right, I got to do this. Spin. All right, here we go. This is worth one. Entry to the bottle giveaway. Peter White.
White.
That is the first one tonight. Peter White.
Nice. Congratulations. There you go, Bourbon Engineer. Baker's unsweetened chocolate. Kinda. Yeah, it's kind of like
semi-sweet, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to set up the
kind of like what was it? I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now. Shoot, what is that? That chocolate. can't think of the name of it. Dang it. What is it?
I don't know.
It's not coming to me.
But here's your goofy ass penguin.
Now that is a goofy looking penguin right there now.
Well, and my caption was, didn't know magic mushrooms grew in Antarctica, because that motherfucker either has a fake Google eye, like it looks like a stuffed penguin somebody bought a Google eye and just stuck on it, or that's some shit on shrooms, man. I mean, that's scary hectic right there, Yeah, that's scary hectic. I mean, that little penguin has got some shit going on.
Nah, I'd give that penguin a hug. What you talking about?
Yeah, no. He needs a hug.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, Adele. Yeah, dang. Yeah, boy. I'll tell you this.
She might. I don't know.
I will say this. If anyone out there, and I know that's not how you spell Adele, but anyway, if anyone thinks Adele can't sing, they need to be put in a room with her so that she can just sing to them, because it will freaking make the hair stand up on your spine. As that she can sing.
Yep.
I'm just telling you right now, Adele can freaking sing.
I mean, she's not a Whitney Houston voice, but
no, but I mean Whitney Houston though. Okay, I'm not going to get into all because Whitney Houston was legendary. Okay, I'm not going to say anything about her either, or Celine Dion, but they all the ponies have their tricks. Okay.
Yeah.
And Adele's trick is hitting the perfect tone, bam, on command. Houston was singing, keeping that tone, hitting every note high. That was also, though, Mariah Carey, those screechy false tones.
Check out that comment.
A guy in North Carolina or South Carolina died after getting his ass handed to him by a Roo. Wow, about 2 months ago. Okay, I mean they don't hold their punches back. If you get your gut in the way, they're gonna bust a freaking.
They'll grab a hold of you with their beefy ass arms,
and then kick
those big ass feet to break out all your guts.
Yeah,
they ain't playing. Yeah, Aretha Franklin. That's a voice right there.
Mm-hmm. And I can't say I have to say Aretha, because that's what Aretha.
Aretha.
Yeah, I can't even do it. Anyone else with that name is Aretha. That's Aretha.
She was a badass. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm. God dang, boy.
Oh, there's a news video about it on YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Don't go messing with a kangaroo. They will.
No, they're dangerous.
Yeah.
They dangerous. They
dangerous. They really are. Heck, spiders kill people, and they're little bitty things.
Yeah, and I'd much rather, I don't know what I'd rather be. Had you rather be bitten by a little spider and be in pain for a few days and then die, or had you rather just get stomped, your gut stomped out by a kangaroo? Both are traumatic, but one's lingers,
I'd probably rather get, stung by something down in Australia that's just going to kill me in a matter of minutes, or bit by some snake down in Australia.
Yeah,
you about like 15 minutes and then you're dead.
Yeah, your nervous system locks up.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Okay, see you later.
Well, sorry, dude. I can't help. Here, I'll pour water on your face. Does that
Yeah.
feel better? No, you waterboarded me. Okay, sorry. Now I can't breathe and I don't feel good. Okay, sorry. Yeah, some of those damn pit vipers and stuff.
McLawn Baby Barrel Bourbon tonight. I've not heard of that one, no good coffee. There you go. Yeah. Snake's so much quicker than the stupid little egg-naked monsters.
Oh.
You know, because there's so many different snakes that will just their voices don't take that long. And the same thing with some of the stuff that's in the ocean down there, you know.
Oh fuck. Yeah. I mean, you can't stay on land. You can't go in the water. I was like, what the fuck? You know?
Well, I guess I'd say the quicker the better. You know, if you're going to go out, the quicker the better. You know, since getting bit by a spider and go, you know, lingering around for 3 or 4 days in pain and everything else. Nah.
Yeah. Get stomped.
Just take me out. If I'm going to go out, take me out. I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. So we're about to spin this thing because I have 2 more spins I have to do. I have 2 more spins. This one and the next one. So I know it's coming quick, but we're spinning this thing. All right, Adele, sing to me. Here we go. Who's gonna win this? Oaken Agave.
Oh, look at him. Just showing up in chat and coming in there and winning one.
All right, got that.
The way to do it.
Now, last one. Here we go. Oh, this is my favorite. This guy, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this guy does not trust you.
He has got that squinty look to him.
Yeah, I have to actually.
I still want to pet them ears, though.
Copy this. Yeah, there we go.
It's a Fennec fox.
Fennec fox.
Fennec? Is that like an Arctic fox or something?
No.
North Africa. No, that's not Arctic. Never mind.
That's a little bigger sumbitch that doesn't trust you at all. Skeptical fox. That's what I call it.
He don't look like he's very big either.
He's not. He's a little guy with big, huge ears.
Yeah, there you go, Orlando. Looks like a possessed Chihuahua.
He doesn't trust you at all. Yeah. Skeptical fox. That's what that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sugar Katie, the tiny octopus. Is that the blue ringed or whatever it was octopus?
Oh, you talking about everything in Australian's poisonous? Yeah.
Yeah, damn near. If it ain't poisonous, it'll still hurt you.
See, Australia is better than the Galapagos when you look at, things that can kill you, because everything had to develop something that could kill everything else because everything was developing a way to kill everything else.
Yeah.
It's like, damn. All right. We are at,
there we go.
We are getting close. Hurry up and get them foxes in there.
Yeah. Black mamba melts you.
Yeah. Fuck a mamba.
Yeah.
Pit viper, the little tiny green pit viper in Africa, most deadliest snake in the world.
Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of them.
Now, because it's the most deadliest snake in the world, I don't know how they calculate that. If two snakes bite you, what the little green pit viper kills you faster? Is that you're dead from both of them?
Yeah.
You know.
Sugar kitty. That's not what I was wanting to do.
That. Yeah. Oh, it's like the Galapagos has them big tortoises. It's like on Austin Powers where the little steamroller or the little roller thing was coming. He was like, forever. And all he had to do was move. Yeah, that's the only way things on the Galapagos.
Look at Sean's.
They're Arabic for ears. Yeah. All right, is all the foxes in there? Hurry, because I got to spin this thing.
All right.
I know Kathy reminded me earlier she saved us, but this one's coming quick.
Very possible.
All right, good luck, everybody. This is worth an entry.
Got to trust your attorney there, Bourbon Engineer.
Big Daddy H. Plus another one. Draw again. I can't wait for the confetti to die down. We are in critical mass over here. That's what Kathy's Bourbon Engineer +1.
That guy too?
Yes.
Jeez.
Kathy said every Saturday she goes to critical mass as a nun. And here we go. Let's go. Sean. I don't see a Sean.
I don't think he's won one tonight. This will be his first
one.
No,
this is it.
Fantastic.
All right. I got that one down. And that was it for that. Now we are about to spin, and the wheel is good. Do not. I'm serious with this. If y'all try to super right now, you're probably going to end up going in next week because I'm about to share the screen. And we are going to do samples, and I'm shuffling all these many times and spin. Like I didn't count.
And I can't see who it is.
Bourbon Engineer. Bam.
Engineer.
All right, Bourbon Engineer. You got it?
Yep. I wrote it down.
Got it. Oh, right. The 2-minute warning has officially gone off.
I think him or either Bourbon Engineer or his buddy has my email and number. So
okay,
they will get hold of me. So I can send it to one of the other.
If not, I can forward an email.
I've got Top Dog's information.
Okay, but if you don't have Bourbon Engineer, I want to put this up there. Bourbon Bounty 2019@gmail.com, just in case.
Yep, that'll work.
And if
he's got it. Okay. That's
okay.
Good.
All right.
Cool. Awesome. Get a hold of me, brother, and let me know what you want for samples. We'll work it out.
There we go.
Because I have a few different samples that you probably need to try, like this, the Evan Williams, the 1783 small batch, the Veterans Pick, the 2025 version. And granted, it's a cheaper bottle, but dude, it's stupid good if you've not tried it. I mean, I have a few other things, new acquisitions you might want to try. Maybe this one.
Oh, that's the
old Fitz. Yeah, that's
Bottled
that's the
and
new
Bond.
one they came out with, the Bottled and Bond one. It's pretty good for a weeder. It's not quite my cup of tea, but
All right, man. We are at time. So, guys, I hope you had fun, but we're out of here.
all righty then. Well, peace, love, and whiskey, y'all.